I'm here with the man who needs no introduction, Mr. Ed Boon. How are you, Ed?
I'm doing great, thanks.
That's awesome. Tell us about Injustice. You caught us by surprise here. What's happening?
Well, this is our take at a new fighting game franchise. We really wanted to do something that was, very different from Mortal Kombat and introduce a number of new elements into the fighting game mechanic, and this is the DC characters and their kind of outrageous range of this big spectrum of characters is the perfect kind of match for what we wanted to do.
Yeah, the one thing we noticed was a lot of the characters seem to be really diverse, more so than a lot of fighting games that we see. There's no template. Every character seems to be pretty individual. Is that something you were trying to nail right on?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only in size and abilities and whatnot, but even in their function. Like the meters, the super meters on the bottom, they function different for each character. Each character has its own kind of unique use for it. Almost feels like on some level like they're from a different game, but it's that variety and their use of objects in the background that's totally different. We really feel like we have this huge palette of different options to do in the fighting.
What about arenas? We see that there's a lot of interactivity with the backgrounds in this one. How does that work?
Exactly. That's kind of, and on some levels, that's kind of like the star of the show in terms of the new features. We really wanted to have the backgrounds not just be a pretty picture for players to look at while they're fighting. We wanted players to care where they are. If you're on the left side of this, you have a car. You're on the right side of here. You have these rockets you can throw, or these barrels you can throw, or a big power generator. So there's just a big variety of things that you can do depending on where you're located in the background.
How is it to take the DC universe and give your own twist on it, to visit something that has already been developed, already has so much history into it? How is it to put your spin on it?
Well, it's real. One thing's cool about the whole DC universe is it's been represented in pretty much every single form of media. Obviously originally in comic books, and then animated series have come out. The movies have been there, and the more serious kind of graphic novel type representations. And so we really wanted to kind of carve our own niche. We're not trying to be like the movies. We're not trying to be like the comics or animated. We really want to kind of create our own version of this great universe.
And how's the reception been? I'm sure there's a lot of comic fans here. What have people said to you so far?
Yeah, it's great. We really what's great about it is we're kind of appealing to comic book fans and fighting game fans. We really want to kind of just bring more people into the whole kind of fighting game mix, which is a big part of the genre.
That's awesome. It looks great. When can we expect the game to come out?
Well, right now the only thing we can tell you is the year, which is 2013. But I'm sure over the next few months we'll be giving more details, more characters and whatnot, more features.
We wish you the best. It looks great. Can't wait for the final product. Good luck, Ed.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. That was great.